All right, here's my 5-member audience. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's Nathan. 7.
Winston Churchill's We Shall Fight on the Beaches. John F. Kennedy, Inauguration Address. Patrick Henry, Give Me Liberty or Give Me Death. When I was asked to give a speech on a speech, those were the first ones that came to mind. But as I searched through speeches, I came across Rick Rigsby's How You Livin'. Immediately, it jumped out as powerful, convicting, and encouraging. So I knew that was the one. The aim of my speech is to help you get to know Rick Rigsby better, where and when his speech was given, what is in his speech, and how it impacted people all across the world. Rick Rigsby was born in San Francisco. He graduated college in 1978 with a degree in communications. Following a short career as a TV reporter in Northern California, Rick went back to school and got a master's degree from California State University. There he met his wife, Trina, who later died of breast cancer. After receiving his master's degree, he went to the University of Oregon, where he got a PhD. Then he came to Texas A&M, where he was a professor and a chaplain for the A&M football team for 14 years. While at Texas A&M, he won not one, but 2 Most Outstanding Teacher Awards. Now Rick resides in Dallas, where he travels around the world empowering leadership. Rick Rigsby is also a great father of 4 boys, an author, and the CEO of Rick Rigsby's Communications. Now to his speech, How You Livin'. BoardTeachers.com says every student and every teacher should watch this speech. Rick Rigsby gave this speech in 2017 to the graduating class from California State Maritime Academy, where his dad was a cook for over 20 years. Oddly enough, this speech is about his dad, who was a 3rd grade dropout, yet Rick said he was the wisest man he ever met. Keep in mind, that's coming from someone with a master's and PhD degree, and was a professor at A&M for 14 years. So I'm sure he was around some pretty wise people. In this speech, he challenges the graduates to have more than just knowledge, but to combine knowledge with wisdom to make an impact. And he does so by giving the example of a 3rd grade dropout, his dad. There are 6 main takeaways from his dad's wisdom. First, you'd rather be an hour early than a minute late. Rick said his dad had to be at the cafeteria by 5 a.m. He left every day for over 20 years at 3:45 a.m. It was a 15-minute walk to the cafeteria. When his mom asked his dad one time, "Why do you leave so early?" his dad said, "I want my kids to catch me in the act of excellence." Second lesson from his dad, do not judge. His dad said that the tendency of every person is to walk away from people who are different than you. His dad encouraged Rick to stay and get to know them. Third, be kind to people. Fourth lesson from his dad, make sure your servant's towel is longer than your ego. Fifth, son, if you're going to do a job, do it right. Rick goes on to talk about the lowest moment of his life, standing before the casket of his wife. So what helped him through at that time? Rick said it's his faith in Christ and his dad's 6th and final wisdom. 3 words, son, just stand. Here Rick encourages the graduates to just stand even when life gets hard. Now to the impact this speech has had on people. Goalcast.com says, since his speech earlier this year, many have found truth in Rick Rigsby's story, flooding the internet with gratitude. One person commented this under the speech, and I quote, "This speech came across my Facebook today. I have been down on my luck, down on confidence, and even down on motivation. But this speech, these words and enthusiasm from this man and his story has changed me today. Today I will stand. To whom this man is, thank you for one of the best speeches I have ever heard." End quote. And I can only imagine what the graduates thought, sitting there on their graduating day from college, being taught a lesson from a third grade dropout. Humbling, eye-opening, and encouraging to stand when the seas of life get hard. This speech has also impacted me. Rick's dad saying that he'd rather be an hour early than a minute late was convicting. Because if I'm honest, I'd rather be 10 minutes late than an hour early. And landing this plane, let me say this. You should all go check out Rick Rigsby's speech. BoardTeachers.com says that every teacher and student should watch it. I'll add to that and say that every person should watch it. Goalcast.com said the internet was flooded with people touched by this story. You may be the next person that is touched by this story. So whether you need encouraging and standing in hard times, or maybe your character needs to be checked, you can watch this story and be impacted. Thanks.